is Savardis. He's on the move, and they're going to look for Savardis in the corner. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead, and the Profs will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
This will be a shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown.
Mowbray moving in. Sends one on goal, he scores! And it is a power play goal!
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in, here's Yoxon. Yoxon with the backhand, trying to go to the front, makes the move and shot, and he scores!
Smith delivers. And that's it back toward the mound. Weiss has it in short. He steps on second, and the ball game is over. Massapequa Coast has won the 2023 New York State Little League Baseball Championship.
Live from Robert T. Shields Field on the campus of FDU Florham in Madison, New Jersey, the PDF Sports Network is proud to welcome you into coverage of the Women's Premier Soccer League. In tonight's Metropolitan Conference matchup, STA hosts Brooklyn City FC in a battle of two-win teams. Good evening, everyone, and happy Father's Day to all of our fathers watching at home. My name is Joe Foreman, and I'll be on the call solo for tonight's match. And while the national anthem is played, I will step aside and take a quick break before diving a bit deeper into tonight's match. And welcome back to PDF Sports Network coverage of the WPSL. My name is Joe Foreman, and once again, I'll be on the call solo for tonight's match. And we have what will be an important game in terms of the conference standings coming up tonight, as the winner of this game, should we have one, would be assured of finishing the night ahead of their opponent in the Metropolitan Conference. And as I talk standings, we'll get a look at the standings in the Metropolitan Conference ahead of tonight's game, and there you see them on your screen. Sousa on top of the standings right now, undefeated at 3-0 with 9 points. STA right behind them at 2-1-1 with 7 points. Keep in mind that the records are posted win, draw, loss. So STA with 7 points. Brooklyn City right behind them with 6 points, 2-0-1 on the season coming in. Last year's conference champion, Downtown United, with a record of 1-1 thus far. That could change tonight. New York Athletic at 1-2 with 3 points, and then the winless NJ Wizards and New York Dutch Lions round out the standings in the Metropolitan Conference. So as you can see, a big game for both of these teams coming up this evening, and both of these teams have already been in action this week as well. And before opening kickoff, we'll get a very quick look at the Week 6 results thus far in the Metropolitan Conference of the WPSL. And as you can see on your screen, and as I mentioned, both of these teams have played. And circling back to Brooklyn City FC, in their last game, just 1 goal scored in a 1-0 victory over New York Athletic, and that came in the 32nd minute. Nicolette Caneda scored that goal, assisted by Kira Favake, as Brooklyn earned the 1-0 win. As for STA, they defeated the New Jersey Wizards 2-1, and they wasted no time striking for the game's first first goal in that match as Jill Rosenfeld scored in the opening minutes to give STA the early 1-0 lead. But the Wizards did respond just 8 minutes later with an equalizer by Megan Kirby. Neither team would score again until much later in that game. And in the second half, it was a 60th minute goal by Maggie Speckhart to give STA the lead for good in a 2-1 win. So that rounds out the week in review for these two teams up until this point. Plenty of other action in the conference as well, as you see on your screen. But we're about set for opening kickoff, so we will get our scoreboard up on your screen. Our time unofficial, but we are synced to the clock here in the venue. Our clock will count down. I think the clock here is going to count up at Robert T. Shields Field on the campus of FDU Florham. STA will kick off attacking right to left. They are wearing their white uniforms with STA across the chest as we are underway here in tonight's Metropolitan Conference matchup. STA with possession in the midfield. They work it toward the far side. Now into the attacking third very quickly. Possessing it is Delinsky. Delinsky looks to work inside, got rid of it toward the center of the pitch, and that's played toward the near side. Giving chase is Speckhart. She has it down near the corner. This is Monaco back toward midfield as Nicole Wilson moves forward. Right back to Monaco. That pass was disrupted, and that's a takeaway by Alex Burtis-Wyant. Here comes Brooklyn back the other way. Burtis-Wyant moving toward the attacking third. Looks to beat her marker along the near side. Could not do it as Nicole Wilson was there for STA. That ball was deflected off the Brooklyn attacker. Throw in for the home club. The kits for Brooklyn tonight. Light teal on top. The shorts a bit darker in their shade of teal. Almost reminiscent of some of the Father's Day colorways we saw in Major League Baseball today. Packed schedule on this Sunday. Moving forward on the attack, Jill Rosenfeld. Goal scorer in the last game for STA. It will be a throw-in for STA here. 90 seconds into this one. Throw-in taken short. It ends up right back on the foot of Monaco. And she was dispossessed, but the ball deflected off of her and out of play. It will be a Brooklyn throw now. Ball played toward the near side. Getting in the middle of things with Speckhart. Looking to keep possession with STA. That almost appeared to be a clearance attempt by Brooklyn. But now Kate Woolsey plays it back. This is Monaco. Monaco toward the box. And she had an attacker moving in. That was Jaden Schultz. But Carmen Profit in net tonight for Brooklyn was waiting for that ball and handled it without issue. Possession regained by STA in the midfield. Abby Roberts down toward the corner. Long ball up the far sideline, but that could not be chased down by Schultz. And the official ruling will be goal kick for Brooklyn City. Just over 2.5 gone by in this first half. Still no score. For those who joined us late, my name is Joe Foreman, broadcasting tonight on behalf of the PDF Sports Network. We will be here again next week. Plenty to look forward to the rest of the way for STA, whether you're watching on Huddle or on YouTube. It's going to be a throw-in for the home club once again. Monaco looking toward the box. And that glanced off the foot of Kayla Gonzalez-Jane there. And it will be a Brooklyn throw-in. High throw, not very long, as that was off the head of Monaco, and now ball volleyed around a bit. That's a good turn up the field by Lorna McFarland. McFarland out across midfield, plays it through on the far side. Here comes Brooklyn on the attack. This is perhaps their most prolonged possession, and a good ball nearly set up McFarland, who got that attacking play started, accelerating through the midfield. And now STA with possession. And having just called a football game last night, it is very tempting to say the 30-yard line, but I have to restrain myself a bit, of course. Robert T. Shields Field. doubles as a football field, as you can see by the yard markers. Very nice facility here on the campus of FDU Florham. Working at the College of Staten Island, I've seen the Dolphins host the Devils many times back when CSI was D3. I've never visited the campus of FDU Florham. Very nice home pitch that STA calls their own during the WPSL season. Looking to turn there was Kira Favake. She could not. Throw in for STA. Thrown short by Monaco. She gets it right back and was dispossessed soon after. Once again, the ball played toward the far side. I believe that's number 9, Gabby Klaus, moving up the pitch. She played it ahead. And the last Brooklyn attacker to touch it was Nicolette Caneda. We had a whistle near the end of that play. There might have been a foul called against Brooklyn in the battle to get to that ball first. Either way, this is STA on the attack. Brooklyn once again making things tough in the midfield. Ball now in the center of the pitch. Played near side. Monaco once again. That ball off the foot of a Brooklyn defender. Turning the other way is Amanda Dolan. She faces stiff pressure from Rosenfeld, who commits the foul. Free kick coming up here for Brooklyn. Nearly 6 minutes gone by. That's chipped in the air. And once again, it belongs to STA. That one redirected, and here comes STA up the far side. They'll slow it down a bit. That looked to be Vanessa Wolf, who tried to send it up ahead. Much tougher angle viewing the far side as opposed to the near side. That ball ends up in the midfield. Perhaps a bit short of it as the two teams vie for possession once again. Canada did a good job keeping it away from a pair of markers. That was knocked up in the air by Klaus, and STA comes down with it. Monaco wanted Speckhart there. Speckhart had her back turned. Dolan ends up on the foot of McFarland. McFarland with a short pass. That pass, a second pass, broken up, but Brooklyn keeps it. Up the far side goes Klaus. That was deflected off the body of Wolf, and Klaus gets it right back. Ball played near side. Favake toward the center of the pitch, and once again harassing defense by STA here. McFarland avoided a challenge and sent that one off the body of Nicole Wilson. Speckhart played it back. It was knocked up in the air and then headed by Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld giving chase. And a collision right along that yellow line. That yellow line, I believe, is the extent of the sideline. Typically, you're looking toward that white painted area, but with this doubling as a football field, the soccer pitch a bit wider. And it indeed is a throw-in right along that yellow line. Quickly deflected out of play by STA, and Brooklyn will throw once again. Amanda Dolan will throw. And immediately it's played right back over the touchline. Throw in for STA coming up. Officially 8.5 minutes gone by in the first half, so our clock about 5 or 6 seconds behind. We have a stoppage, we'll get that synced up. On hot days like this, you may see water breaks at one point or another during this first half. No indication yet that we will be having a water break, but those typically come at about the midway point in the half. Looking to generate something is Abby Roberts, long ball up the pitch. Dolinsky was the closest attacker. She looks to be occupying that striker position near the top of the STA formation as McFarland did a good job there weaving her way through traffic, but made one move too many. And now STA looks to counter. Ball played up the far side. Here comes Schultz. Schultz working toward the center of the pitch, has a step. She moves in toward the box and was tangled up with Gonzalez Jean on that play. And that was a strong tackle, preventing what would have certainly been a goal-scoring chance. Possession was back with STA for a moment, but Brooklyn is able to regroup. Fabrica toward the center of the pitch, and a nice touch there by Bertis Wyant, but it was a bit too strong. Kyla Holmes in goal tonight for STA. Didn't get a chance to mention that earlier, as the throw-in was played off the body by Kaneda. STA pressuring along the far side, but Brooklyn's able to keep it in play as Callahan sends it toward the center of the pitch. Good disruption there defensively by Rosenfeld. Nearly created a turnover for STA. Brooklyn having a tough time navigating through the midfield. It's been those quick turns and the acceleration forward by McFarland so far in this game that's really powered that Brooklyn attack when they've had opportunities. They also had a good-looking long ball played up the far side a bit earlier. We're still waiting for our first shot, and that very well could have created a shot chance as Rosenfeld collided with the defender going for that interception. She does get her foot on that one, and Monaco redirects toward the center of the pitch. Pass from Wilson, again back toward the center of the pitch, and she now looks to move up the field after receiving it back. Good ball there through heavy traffic. Can STA keep it? They will. Monaco looking to play an attacker through. Dolinsky toward goal. It was broken up nicely. I do apologize for mispronouncing Kayla's last name. It is spelled on the roster. Her last name, Gonzalez, Jaen. I'm not sure if that's a misspelling, as I've never seen a last name spelled Jaen. Her last name hyphenated, but Kayla with a nice play. Possession does belong to STA. That last trip down the pitch, arguably the best scoring chance early, as that ball played long, skips into the arms of Profit. Profit in the Volt yellow goaltender's kit, or I should say goalkeeper. I've watched and called quite a bit of hockey as well, so my verbiage reflects that just a bit from time to time. Your sport, your way here on the PDF Sports Network. We cover it all. And we'll get a chance to look at our upcoming schedule a bit later in the broadcast. That includes more STA soccer in the WPSL, as that long shot is saved. And that is our first shot attempt of the game off the foot of Dolinsky. Not an overly tough test for Carmen Profit about 13 minutes into this first half, but STA does have the game's first shot. It's going to be a throw-in now for the home club. Monaco appears set to throw. She will. Roberts looked to play it ahead. Immediately that ball is sent back the other way. Pressure on the Brooklyn side coming from Bertis Wyant. And now in the midfield, Brooklyn does take it away. Ball played up the center of the pitch. Now looking for Bertis Wyant through. Instead, the ball rolls all the way to the far side. I'm not sure that was the intent on that pass, but it worked out pretty well as that takes a good bounce for Brooklyn. And a good defensive play prevents a goal-scoring chance. Wilson was there. Good defensive play by Nicole Wilson. She beat the attacker to the spot as her goalkeeper may have over-pursued by just a step, though you really can't blame Holmes on that play. That ball was deflected late And that gave Brooklyn the chance. Long throw toward the box. Ends up in the arms of Holmes. Wilson gives it up. Now Roberts, long ball up the far side, and that one's a bit too strong. She did clear the outside back, but to do so, she had to put a little bit of extra on that one, and it was a bit too much. Favica lost it. Rosenfeld got rid of it quickly, and it's a giveaway for STA. Now Brooklyn toward the far side, a weak pass intercepted. Ball played toward Delinsky, and it was a foot race, but the goalkeeper, Profit, able to get to it first. So we welcome in our audience that may have been trying to tune in via YouTube. We're having some connectivity issues between Huddle and YouTube at the moment. So, again, we welcome in our audience that attempted to tune in over on YouTube. And it will be an STA throw to greet that viewership contingent that may have come over from the YouTube link. Nearly 16 minutes gone by in the first half, just one shot between the two teams. We have seen some opportunities where both sides have been effectively in a foot race toward the ball in goal-scoring territory, but the goalkeepers in some cases have gotten there first, and many others, defenders, have gotten there first, and the one shot attempted was a long one. Rosenfeld plays it toward the far side. Strong move there to avoid a marker. Cross toward the center of the pitch, headed wide, as Delinsky registers the second shot of the game as well. That a header attempt wide off the cross. Good-looking cross to set up Delinsky there. That came from the far side. I believe that was Schultz on the cross. As I mentioned earlier, always tougher to make out the numbers from the far side, but I should have everyone down by position at half. Off the goal kick, that's volleyed out of play by Speckhart. Dolan will throw in. Short throw, played right back to her. Some pressure was applied there by Speckhart, and she continues to pressure. That's a tight window and a giveaway. Schultz, shot blocked. Great opportunity there for Jaden Schultz off the Brooklyn giveaway. And that pressure from STA paying off on that throw-in. Big block to prevent a potential goal. That shot had quite a bit on it. STA has it. That's sent up into the air by Roberts, and it will roll into the arms of Carmen Profit. Nearly 18 minutes gone by now in half number one. All three shots in this game belong to STA. One was blocked, one was wide, another on goal. Well, the one that officially goes down as a shot on goal may have ended up just a bit wide of the frame. And here comes STA once again. Good attempted redirect by Delinsky, but couldn't find Schultz. Had the right idea. As Brooklyn moves up the far side, they just kept that one in play. And I'm not sure every player in teal expected that that ball would be kept in, as that was broken up by Celestin with the head, but now it's taken away by STA. Battle in the corner, goes to STA, it's chipped skyward. And off the volley, a weak shot by Delinsky. That's her third, but she didn't get all of it. Chances beginning to pile up for STA. Haven't had that one game-changing opportunity yet, but they're knocking on the door. We've spent the majority of the last 10 minutes or so down at this end of the pitch, and STA will throw in. It's a short throw onto the foot of Rosenfeld, and it ends up with Brooklyn quickly. Monaco broke up an attempted pass, and now the pressure is applied by Delinsky. Dolan sends it right onto the foot of Speckhart, and Speckhart avoids a challenge. She played it back. Wilson up ahead. Monaco with a nice move. She avoids the challenge from Favaka. Here comes Rosenfeld. Cross. Broken up. Monaco might try it again. She will. It was deflected. And that took a good bounce for STA off the deflection. Profit had to be decisive there, and she was. As she is first to that ball. And a chance here for Brooklyn to regroup. Ball punted well beyond midfield, chasing it back was Monaco. She plays it to her goalkeeper. Rare touch for Holmes early in this game. Hasn't been very busy. And now STA looks to move forward on the attack. Roberts likes that long ball. Need to keep an eye on her. Getting an attack started. Her center back spot, and now Rosenfeld playing an attacker through that. Schultz. Shot saved. And that was a pick your poison moment right there. There were two attackers streaking down the field for STA. Rosenfeld had plenty of company. Delinsky and Schultz were both there. And that forced the defense to choose. That shot had some power. And we'll get another look at it on replay in just a moment. Brooklyn across midfield now, looking to respond to that last goal-scoring chance. Brooklyn now working toward the center of the pitch. It's broken up. And that was a dangerous moment if Delinsky was facing the ball. Fortunately for Brooklyn, her back was turned. They can regroup again. Brooklyn was in a bit of a retreating posture there, but they'll try and get moving forward as a foul is whistled in the midfield. That's the right call. Following this free kick, we'll get another look at that last goal-scoring chance. One-man crew on the controls and the headset, so the replays may come in a bit later than normal. We will get another look at it, though. Free kick Brooklyn, ends up on the foot of Dolan. Dolan had Rosenfeld right behind her. As that's played toward the near side. Nice turn by Favaka. She weaves her way through two additional markers, and now a chance for Brooklyn. Good turn once again. Bertus Wyant had the cross blocked. McFarland got down there, tried to send it off an STA defender, couldn't do it. But McFarland continues to battle, and Brooklyn is awarded the throw. So the extra effort from McFarland pays off. Throw in Brooklyn. Favaka will throw. Looks like we'll have our first substitution coming in as well. Now, I don't have a 33 on my latest roster. I'll have to go to the web for that. I'm sure there's some help up here in the booth as well, but we do have the full roster on a drive. Kayla Morales checks in. Thank you to Andrew, our PA announcer today, sharing the booth with me here at FDU Florham. Not our Andrew from PDF. We have a lot of Andrews, a lot of Joes, and a lot of Pats. Possession remains with Brooklyn. Good move there. Bertus Wyant once again beats a marker, is met by a second defender, and I believe that was Roberts who cleared it away. Ball played toward the box, Holmes waiting. And finally, we can get a look at that shot as promised from a bit earlier. And you can see the power on that one. Profit up to the task. Over 24 minutes gone by here in the first half. Brooklyn with, I think, what was clearly their best sequence of the game that last couple of minutes. They seemed to have their backs up against the wall for a time, but they responded well. Good move to the inside by Favica. She gives it up now, Dolan. Dolan plays it toward the center of the pitch. And Brooklyn is forced to send it back across midfield in the other direction. Long ball intercepted. That pass played along the turf. And there's a deflection in the way of Brooklyn. McFarland accelerates once again. Bertus Wyant saved. First big test in this one for Kyla Holmes. Over 25 minutes gone by in the first half. And play is starting to pick up. Depending on how the teams look to approach a given game on a hot day like this, sometimes it'll be a bit of a slower start with things picking up. On other days, you'll see teams look to come out aggressive and then slow down a bit later in the game. And that's inevitable in the heat. But this game certainly has picked up since the opening minutes. And now off the turnover, STA may look to counter. Speckhart, long ball, up the center of the pitch. Profit gives chase, and she's got it. The closest STA attacker once again was Schultz. Dolan had it deflected by Rosenfeld, throw in for Brooklyn. And 3 more STA substitutions will check in. Mulvihill, Radhancic, and Oswald, the 3 subs. Always tough to track who comes off, much easier to track who comes on. As STA looks to build an attack from out of the midfield now. Monaco met by Favica, and she sent it right onto the foot of Delinsky. Delinsky tried to keep it in, and she did. Monaco prepares to throw. Trying to find somewhere to go with it, she does. Mulvihill sent one off a Brooklyn defender. And I think we have our first corner kick of the game coming up here. First look at a set piece for either side. And it will be an STA corner with just over 27 minutes gone by in this first half. Monaco will take it. And she sends it in with the left foot toward the near post, headed off the uprights. A bit high and wide of the goal frame. And Brianna Obregon will check in for Brooklyn City here. So ahead of the goal kick, we have a Brooklyn substitution. I believe that's their second. It might be their third. I think there's a chance I may have missed one earlier. Well, I could be mistaken. Goal kick, STA. Check that, Brooklyn. Following the chance by STA off the corner. Pressure from STA as that ball was allowed to roll by Delinsky, and that will give her teammates a chance to come up the pitch and join her on the attack. See if that decision pays off. It looked like she let it go as that sent toward the top of the box, and it will roll harmlessly out of play. Another goal kick here for Brooklyn. We approach 16 minutes to go in this first half. Still no score between STA and Brooklyn City FC. In case you missed our pregame, I mentioned it earlier. If we have a winner tonight and this game is not played to a draw, the winning team will overtake the opposition in the standings. And obviously another big game after this one for STA, but we'll look ahead to that a bit later. Mulvihill plays it back. Now Wilson. Wilson near side Monaco. Monaco wanted Delinsky, but Mulvihill gets there and gets it back to Monaco. Ball played near side. Nicole Wilson. Quick passing there by STA, and it nearly allowed Delinsky an opportunity to be played through up the near side. And that ball will roll out of play. It's going to be another throw for STA. Monaco short. Found Roberts and gets it right back. Wilson. Sends it across midfield, but no white jerseys there. Soft touch, and that's a giveaway. Opportunity here for STA, accelerating up the pitch. And a couple of fakes by Radoncic, and a shot that followed was just wide. How about that opportunity off a giveaway for Brooklyn? We'll get a second look at it ahead of this goal kick. Goal kick was played short. If there's a change in possession here, we'll take it back to live action. And there you see, off that deflection, the shot came in late. And now STA looking to generate another chance. And they will in the form of a corner kick. So Monaco will head back down to the corner. And we have some young, very enthusiastic ball runners out there. Can't say at the college level that we get such enthusiastic participation from the ball runners. You don't see that. So it's good to see it here today, as that corner's a good one, setting up a potential header. But it was deflected out of play by STA on the attempt. As someone who's in charge, or at least formerly was in charge of staffing the ball runners for collegiate games, not an easy thing to do. Everybody wants to work until it's time to work in the heat. Then things get tough. Never good to have angry coaches on your back. Goal kick into the midfield. That one headed back toward the Brooklyn goal, and STA will gain possession. Monaco moving forward, looking to play Delinsky through. Delinsky tracks it down in the corner. And that pass may have been intended for Mulvihill, but it was off target. And now Brooklyn pressured along the near side, nearly into a giveaway, but they will keep possession. And a throw coming up. Off the throw, Dolan was dispossessed immediately. And this will move Brooklyn back on the next throw. About 12 and a half minutes to go here in half number one. Still no score. And after a brief flurry, it's been two corner kicks by STA to help them regain control. And possession has been in their favor these last few minutes. They've certainly had possession in their favor in this first half, but Brooklyn had that brief flurry of about 3 to 5 minutes where they had some good chances. Only one of those resulted in a shot. There was a lot of action down around that STA goal, and another Brooklyn giveaway. Strong shot blocked. That was Cagnina who got a foot on it defensively for Brooklyn, as Radoncic launched one toward goal. No way of knowing if that would have been on target, but certainly Brooklyn is happy they got a body on that one. Another corner kick coming up here for STA. From the opposite corner, this time it will be Jamie Irwin, one of the center backs. Right-footed kick, well beyond the back post, but STA does keep possession. Oswald wanted to turn toward goal and was not given the opportunity to do so. But STA will throw once again. Under 11 minutes to go, first half. This area of the pitch, the only area that is shaded. Gabby Klaus wants to check in, and she did check out earlier, so this will be the fourth substitution for Brooklyn. I missed Klaus coming out earlier in the game. Throw in and give away by STA. DiLorenzo plays it back toward her own goal. That one sent into the midfield. Roberts was waiting. Now Monaco. Monaco avoids a challenge. This is Wilson. Wilson for Monaco again. Monaco toward the top of the box. It's headed toward the far side. And Klaus gives chase, and we'll watch it roll. That was deflected, so it will be a throw-in for STA. Under 10 minutes to go in the half. Throw-in deflected off of STA. Another goal kick here for Brooklyn. That's something we've said quite a bit in the last 10 minutes or so. STA has really gotten the better of this first half, especially since about the midway point. And now Brooklyn looks to work up the far side. A lot of contact there, no question. A foul coming as the whistle blows. Free kick now for Brooklyn, taken quickly and taken short. Brooklyn working back toward the near side. That one skips across midfield. Collision over the ball. McFarland, dangerous pass, intercepted. Roberts looking to play Oswald through. Oswald moving in and did not get all of it, if she indeed got any. And we'll get a look at it on replay. I'm not sure she ever got a shot off there, but was set up for a potential chance off a nice play from Roberts. And you'll see very quickly here the pass interception in midfield, getting all of that started. Roberts accelerated forward. Oswald was played through in a very tight window. And you have to think that she did get a shot off there because that ball traveled toward goal, and that is not the direction she was moving, as that pass did lead her a bit toward the far side. That was a good ball to set up the attacking play. Preceded by a nice interception, and now STA has it back. And a great ball here, but Mulvihill was dispossessed. Nicely done once again by STA, and they have 7.5 minutes to make something happen late in this first half as they earn yet another corner kick. This one played back, and Irwin will send it into the box. Far post, through the hands of the goalkeeper, and I think it may have been saved on the second shot attempt, as Profit had it go through her fingertips, and there was a second shot attempt that followed, which was stopped. We'll try and get that replay in very quickly. And we will, ahead of another corner kick. Here's a look. The ball sent into the box through the hands of the goalkeeper, and that second shot attempt was stopped. Here's another corner. That's headed in the air, headed toward goal. It was stopped, and it ends up in the back of the net on the follow. We'll get a look on replay and see officially who will be credited with that goal. But a high-effort play off the corner by STA, and I think it was sent in off potentially or through a Brooklyn defender. That is number 27, Abby Roberts, who will pick up the goal. Here's a look at it again on replay, as I'll have to stop the clock. We had a nice, good look at it from in close. Great job by Vinny up top on camera. And initially, when I watched it in live action, I thought perhaps the Brooklyn defender knocked it in, but indeed it was Roberts who came storming in on the follow and the Brooklyn defender nearly kept it out. Instead, it is Abby Roberts putting STA on the board. Officially, we have about 5.5 minutes to go in this first half. So I'll update the scoreboard very quickly, get that clock started, put that goal up, and STA is on the board first, and you could sense it coming. Corner kick after corner kick.
Number 27, Abby Roberts in the 39th minute.
39th minute, Abby Roberts' goal. Ball now in the midfield. Our clock once again unofficial, a bit over 5 minutes to go in this first half. Officially, they have 5 minutes and 12 seconds right now. So we're about 20 seconds ahead. Keep that in mind as we wind down toward the conclusion of this first half. And Roberts, who's been everywhere, has another takeaway. Delinsky chips it skyward. Oswald there, but Profit is able to wait for it and bring it in. And as this half has gone on and players have gotten perhaps a bit more tired, a bit fatigued, succumbing to the heat, Roberts has taken full advantage out of the midfield. She has been in those passing lanes, and any pass that does not have enough on it or may be a bit lackadaisical, she's been able to come away with the interception as the flag is up, offsides. And STA will have a free kick here. Just over 4 minutes to go now in the first half. STA can give themselves a 4-point lead over Brooklyn in the standings with a win. Still plenty of work to do in that regard, obviously, but in case you missed the pregame, we took a look at the standings. STA with a 1-point advantage over their opponent tonight. And potentially, STA could claim first in the division with a win tonight, depending on how the other games go. Also a note to our viewers watching on Huddle, at halftime, the stream is going to go offline for about 30 seconds, and we're going to hop back online right after. So if you see the stream go offline for about 30 seconds, that was intentional, and we will hop back on the air 30 seconds later as we try and connect Huddle to our YouTube. We'll do that during the halftime break. STA has it. Just over 3 minutes to go first half, and we'll see how aggressive they are in these closing minutes. You'd have to think in the closing seconds, maybe with about a minute on the clock, they dial up the aggressiveness here and try and add one more late in the half. Since that brief spurt, Brooklyn hasn't possessed the ball much. And Roberts, a big reason why. That was Roberts who played the ball back. Now Wilson up ahead. Oswald. Oswald challenged from behind, lost it, and commits a foul. Free kick for Brooklyn. Just over 2 minutes to go now in the first half. Brooklyn taking their time. And they are going to look to play it long. That's not surprising. Try and get something jump-started here. Maybe get a good bounce. Instead, it's STA getting a good bounce. But Delinsky chipped it in the midst of 3 teal jerseys. And a foul was committed right at the midfield logo. Free kick taken quickly up toward the far side. Klaus is dispossessed. And losing it with Schultz. Now Klaus will try again. That pass a bit strong off the foot of her teammate. And here comes STA the other way. That pass intercepted. Monaco plays Delinsky up the near side. Delinsky has a step. Dolan in pursuit. Cross. Finds an open teammate. Shot fake. Shot taken by Oswald and blocked. It's chipped in the air well wide. But that will concede a corner. And that is certainly not what Brooklyn was looking to do in that spot. It looked like Brooklyn had a clear path toward maintaining possession and playing it back to their goalkeeper, but in what perhaps was a bit of a desperate moment with Oswald bearing down, the ball was chipped over the goalkeeper and out of play. Here comes the corner. Corner taken low to the turf, side of the near post. A lot of traffic as the ball is finally cleared by Brooklyn. Under 40 seconds to go officially in the first half. We have about 34 seconds to go in the first half, based on the official time being kept here at Robert T. Shields Field. STA in no hurry ahead of this throw-in as a substitution came on. Kira Favica back into the game for Brooklyn. And now the throw comes in. Irwin winds up, sends it long. And there are no white jerseys anywhere in the area, as that likely will take us to halftime. Officially a goal kick coming up, but the clock has reached 45 minutes. We'll see how long the officials allow play to continue. The next touch by STA may bring us to the half. Goal kick. And a whistle against Brooklyn. Hold on a minute. That will prolong the half. Free kick. Too long. And another Brooklyn goal kick here. And that will do it for half number one. Our score at the half, STA 1 and Brooklyn City FC 0. As I mentioned before, we are going to go offline for about 30 seconds. But before we do, and upon our return, a message from our sponsors for tonight's game. Once again, our score at the break, STA 1 and Brooklyn 0.
STA Soccer is being sponsored in part by Soccer Zone USA. We live up to the name with name brand soccer gear for the player in all of us. Visit Soccer Zone USA at soccerzoneusa.com. STA Soccer is being sponsored in part by Soccer Zone USA. We live up to the name with name brand soccer gear for the player in all of us. Visit Soccer Zone USA at soccerzoneusa.com.
Joe Foreman back with you here for the PDF Sports Network with the second half of tonight's WPSL women's soccer matchup. Metropolitan Conference play between STA and Brooklyn City FC. STA with a 1-0 lead behind a first-half goal from Abby Roberts in the 39th minute. And we are set for the start of half number 2. This time, Brooklyn will be attacking right to left, STA attacking left to right. The visitors trail by a goal. STA controlled possession for much of that first half, and we saw the disparity grow as the half went on. A lot of late corner kicks in that first half for STA, and many more goal-scoring chances. There's a strong move by Roberts off that last turn, but she lost it, and STA is able to keep possession as we had a whistle for a foul. Mulvihill ended up down on the turf as she drew the whistle. Free kick STA. That's sent long. Well wide of goal into the box. Getting a foot on it was Brianna Concepcion. But a whistle came late. And it's going to be a goal kick for Brooklyn. The setting here at FDU Florham, very familiar to me, even though I've never called a game here. The press box oriented in identical fashion as this one is sent toward goal and scooped up by Profit, rolled away quickly. But the way the windows were oriented with the very wide window panes and the slanted facade to the box, exactly the surroundings I'm familiar with over at the College of Staten Island, where I've called some soccer before. Point being that unless I lean out the window, there are some areas of the pitch I can't see. One of them is behind the goal on the right side. As that ball was tracked down well out of play by STA. They will throw. Vanessa Wolf throws along the near side. That was bodied up into the air. And that ball ends up out of play in the bench of STA this time. Brooklyn will get set to throw. I think I potentially misspoke earlier with the strong move. It was Verdoncic, not Roberts. The 1 and 7 looked very similar from up here. But it was Verdoncic with the touch for STA earlier in the half. As I reorient myself to the new direction of attack for STA. Players down on the pitch fighting for the loose ball, and finally a whistle comes in. It's going to be a free kick for Brooklyn. Brooklyn sending attackers higher up the pitch here. You could hear that instruction coming in from the bench. And the ball is played long. First to it was Celestin for Brooklyn as McFarland sends it wide. Looking to work toward the center of the pitch and shooting was the Brooklyn attacker. Really tough to make out who that was from up here. Based on the first half, I would guess that was Favica along the far side. She occupied that wing in the first half. And here comes STA the other way. How about this dribbling? That one drew some oohs and ahs as Concepcion made it a long way before getting dispossessed. Bertis Wyant will chase it, and that just travels outside of that corner flag. It's going to be a throw for STA. And STA wanted a foul call. They will get it on the collision along the near side. At least I thought they would. Instead, they threw it quickly, and play is allowed to continue. Concepcion accelerates past one marker. A second is waiting, and she couldn't fight her way through. And Celestin went down hard. No card, but a foul was called, and it's going to be another Brooklyn free kick. We await the ball, which traveled down to about the 16 or 17 yard line. That's near the top left corner of your screen. Shadows continuing to creep in from that corner of the pitch. Barely making their way out into the field of play. Free kick will come from right in front of the STA bench. That's sent to the attacking third. It bounces skyward. Marissa Snee tried to turn with the ball, eventually made her move without the ball, and tripped up Layla Morales of Brooklyn, which drew the whistle. Another free kick for Brooklyn. They've had quite a few of those here in the second half. That's sent toward goal, where Holmes had to be ready. A lot of traffic in front of her. And in that spot, if you're not sure-handed, you're in trouble. But Holmes made it look easy on the long shot attempt. That was Peyton Zahn, who played it into the midfield. He was knocked down with the body of a Brooklyn defender, but Radoncic sends it toward the far side. Monaco was moving forward with some speed. She maintains most of it, sends one toward the far post, and that was a great ball, but there was only a very small window for potential redirection. We'll get a look at that on replay. Concepcion made that run toward the far post, and the window was ever so small, but it was there. And I think I may have clipped just a bit much off of that one. We'll wind it back a bit. And here's a better look. Great ball, big opportunity, corner on its way, and nobody home in white there. And there was a jersey tug there. Snee had the jersey grabbed from behind. The official let it go. Didn't see an advantage called. And now bodies falling everywhere, and it's a foul against STA. Another Brooklyn free kick coming up as the physicality in this game has picked up a bit. If memory serves me correctly, I'd say Brooklyn probably had more free kicks in the first half as well. They've been on the receiving end of that physical play more often than not so far in this game. Free kick coming up. And it's sent straight out of play. Right into the STA bench. So nothing comes of that free kick. STA throws. It's thrown short. Radoncic. Good ball. Playing her attacker through. Here comes Snee. And Snee's shot is just wide. Huge opportunity for STA once again. And we'll get a look at that one on replay in just a moment. Another big opportunity for STA, and we saw this before they ended up scoring in the first half. Chance after chance, and finally they broke through. We'll get another look at that last shot during the next stoppage. And with the ball along the near side, we might have it shortly. For now, Celestin kept it in play. I was going to say she keeps it with Brooklyn, but instead she ended up directing it right to STA. So a free kick is coming up in a dangerous spot for STA, and there you get a look at that last shot attempt off the foot of Snee. It was just wide. And now from in close, a big opportunity on another set piece here. And we'll see who takes the free kick. Right now, Monaco and Roberts, who have both been heavily involved so far, are lined up over the ball. A wall of three for Brooklyn here, in line with that near post. Roberts moves past the ball, and that is toward goal on target, and the flag is up. Offsides. And we'll get a look at it on replay. Another great chance for STA. The call officially was handball rather than offsides. The flag was up and the call was handball. And you can see that happening with a lot of heavy traffic in front of goal. The way that ball bounced off the goalkeeper and onto the attacker, certainly inadvertent, but nothing that could be done. And obviously the right call. If we get a better look at it on replay, we might see it more clearly, and we'll do so right now with the stoppage ahead of what I think is going to be a free kick as they're setting it up along the far side. So here's a look, and that's just a bad break for STA because the ball just happened to deflect off the goalkeeper and catch the hand of an attacker. Chances have been plentiful, and now a chance for Brooklyn here. Favika moving in, and a good play by Holmes, decisively coming off the line, charging forward and getting on top of that one. STA looks to counter now. Not necessarily the situation where you'd expect a quick counter, and it's broken up along the far side as you presume that was an attempted cross, maybe a pass to the nearest attacker. Either way, it's going to be another corner kick for STA, and that total continues to rise. If Brooklyn can keep this a one-goal game, obviously they remain very much in it. But the way STA has been playing in the second half, a second goal would be huge. And they've got it! Off the header following the corner kick. And I believe that was Claire Mulvihill who got the head on it. We'll try and use replay to confirm. But it is a 2-0 lead for STA. And that is a big goal to give them more of a cushion here in a second half where they have played extremely well. And we'll see perhaps if replay can confirm that last goal. And I think indeed it does. There were two attackers in on that play, but I think it was Mulvihill who got the head on it. She certainly has more size than just about anybody in there for STA and made full use of it on that last header.
STA goal scored by number 20, Claire Mulvihill in the 58th minute. STA 1, Brooklyn City FC 0.
So STA in front, 2-0 on the goal by Claire Mulvihill. That comes off the corner. Officially a goal on the header. And STA now in firm control, and I mentioned it just before the goal. The way they've been playing early in the second half, it was only a matter of time, and obviously Brooklyn would look to do everything they could to keep it a one-goal game. And you're always in it down a goal. They're still in it down 2, but now a lot more work to be done in the final minutes of this game. Our clock is about 5 seconds behind the official time here, so we're at about 57 minutes gone by in this match. And less than 12 minutes into this second half, STA has doubled their lead. STA working along the near side. Zahn sends it back in the other direction now. Roberts stifled. Kaneda with a nice play. Now Favica plays Bertis Wyant through, and the flag is up. This time it is offsides. Chance there for Brooklyn. We'll see just how close it was, and that's always something that I know our viewers at home look to see. Just how close was the offsides call? And once we have another whistle or perhaps a throw, we'll get a look. Long ball up the center of the pitch, headed back the other way by Brooklyn. Wolf for Radoncic. She gets it right back, and it's replay time. Here's a look at that last whistle, or I should say the flag for the offsides. Covering too much football. We'll slow it down a bit as well. And we'll do that during the next stoppage. We're more than 2/3 of the way through this one now. Over 60 minutes elapsed in this match. STA looking to remain ahead of Brooklyn in the standings. A draw would do the trick as well. They have a 1-point advantage, so they're poised to remain ahead of Brooklyn, but they're hoping to put some more distance than just a single point between themselves and their opponent tonight. And again, Brooklyn forced to retreat toward their own goal on that one, as there was a foot race toward that ball. They look to get something started by their goalkeeper here. And here comes Brooklyn across midfield. That one sent up the far side, another foot race. And Holmes will dive on top of it. So with that, here's a slowed down look for those potentially upset Brooklyn fans who might be watching. And I think the official got it right. Our angle, positioned at midfield, always makes it tough to tell. But it looked like the official got it right. Throw in Brooklyn coming up here. That's off the head of Zahn. And the ball ricochets back toward midfield. Radoncic looking. And plays it up toward Concepcion. And Concepcion was shielded off the ball by Grace Cagnina. And Brooklyn forced over the near side. Throw in for STA now. The STA pressure unrelenting despite the 2-goal lead. Not conceding anything, even at this end of the pitch defensively. Brooklyn looking to perhaps take advantage, but there's nobody home on that ball. Holmes can wait for it. Now Zahn. Zahn for Wilson. Bertis Wyant, the nearest player for Brooklyn. And now Radoncic for Concepcion. Ball looks to be a decent one, but Celestin was up to the task as she and Concepcion jostled for position. Now, did that make its way over the touchline? It did for another goal kick. So once again, STA will have a corner. And every time they set up for one of these corner kicks, just about, there has been a dangerous moment that has followed. The last one, of course, resulting in a goal. This one sent toward the far post, and it was volleyed into a block as that sent high and wide off the foot of Concepcion. A pair of substitutions will come on here. Abby Pearson and Brianna Estevez into the game for STA. Mulvihill and Concepcion to the bench. Both giving STA quality minutes in the second half. They were at the forefront of the attack here in half number 2. And their presence certainly made a difference for STA, and somehow the home club in this one has managed to establish even more control over possession here in the second half than they did in the first. And they certainly had an advantage in the first half as Monaco looks to work against Dolan. And Dolan wins that battle as Brooklyn earns a throw. Monaco didn't necessarily agree, but here comes Brooklyn off the throw. Brooklyn forced to send it up in the air a long way in an effort to regroup. Wilson tracks it down. Estevez with a quick one-touch pass. She gets it right back. Now Zahn. Up ahead, Radoncic, she lost it. Calling for the ball through, and receiving it was Klaus, but it's a foot race. And once again, winning that foot race is STA, as Zahn was first to that ball. STA certainly has the advantage in terms of numbers. And on a day like today, hot weather, and a bit on the humid side as well, those numbers paying off, especially during those chases for the loose ball, for the through ball. Anything that requires that extra burst, that second wind, it seems like STA has gotten to those first. That's been a big difference tonight. And here comes STA on the attack again. Fresh legs off the bench, and Abby Pearson. She crosses one toward the center of the pitch, and it was redirected away by Brooklyn. McFarland plays it back. Now working up the far side is Brooklyn. Favica forced to retreat. Snee was in pursuit, but she gets it away. Klaus made the call from the near side. 2 Brooklyn attackers on it. And Holmes is there as we had a nasty collision at the end of that play. Fortunately, it was more of, hate to use the word given the pop culture implications, but entanglement there at the end of that play. Looked like the 2 players, in an effort to avoid the goalkeeper, stumbled over one another. A collision may not have been the appropriate description. Either way, STA has possession. Zahn moves across the midfield stripe and back. Wolf for Estevez. Now Radoncic. Radoncic moves toward the center of the pitch, looking for Snee, but that ball was off target. Dolan appeared well aware of Snee's presence. Now Pearson has Snee. Snee looks to turn, and she can't. Good effort there by Dolan to make sure that couldn't happen. Third goal likely puts this one away as we approach the final 20 minutes. Monaco couldn't get to it. Good effort there to try and keep that ball in play. We're actually going to stop our clock and recalibrate just a bit. Now we are calibrated with the venue clock. Brooklyn with it. Following that goal kick, it was played short, and now Brooklyn moves up the far side. And we've seen the hand go up from Gabby Klaus quite a bit, working along the near side. We've seen them try to get that ball to her a couple of times. I'm not sure if that last ball played toward the center was perhaps intended for her. Certainly possible, as STA might have an opportunity, and it's broken up right near the top of the box. Radoncic, quick move. And her shot is through the uprights, but unfortunately That will not be 3 points tonight. However, with a win, STA could secure 3 points. And with a 2-goal lead now approaching the final 20, they are certainly poised to do so. Brooklyn just needs to get that 1 goal that puts us right back into anything can happen territory. Once you make it a 1-goal game, anything can happen, and all it takes is 1 quick strike from the visitors to bring us back into that position. For those of you who listened to the game last week, my PDF colleague Aaron Cohen was on the call, and he often says a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in soccer. That's the lead for STA right now. They hope to add to it. Estevez working right over the midfield logo. Roberts plays it back. She takes one off the back. That was off the foot of her teammate, Zahn. That was certainly unpleasant for Roberts. When you don't see it coming, it makes it sting just a bit more. And she certainly did not expect that. Monaco far side keeps it in. Strong touch to play it up ahead. And now Schultz in the corner. Schultz could not beat Dolan, but Monaco tracks it down. Schultz with another chance. Schultz shoots, and that's an easy save for Profit. We're now under 20 minutes to go. Second half, 2-goal lead for STA. Favica looked to turn. Monaco did not allow it, and Monaco very strong on the ball there. Favica tried to get physical to no avail. Now Cagnina will let it roll into the arms of her goalkeeper. Celestin pressured by Pearson. Pearson got a foot in there. And it's sent up the pitch by Brooklyn. As Zahn tracks it down. Zahn, center of the pitch. And now Estevez. Wilson. For Roberts. Now Radoncic. Wolf for Pearson. Methodical passing here by STA, and it pays off. This is Wolf. Wolf had a step, beats her marker with a nice move. Estevez, center of the pitch. Back to Wolf. Wolf switches play to the far side. This is Schultz. Schultz almost beat her marker, and she may, as she works along the touchline, goes down and maybe sent one on goal. It looked to be wide of the frame. Profit was there. Profit waving her teammates up the pitch with just over 17 minutes to play in the second half. Racing up the far side, Favica. Brooklyn in need of a goal. Cross. Nobody home. And Wolf allowed Klaus to chase it down. And the official will award a goal kick. So it's tough to make out, perhaps, watching via the live stream, but the touch line is straight through the middle of the F in Fairleigh, which is emblazoned across the end zone. So that yellow and orange line, very tough to make out on your screen, but that is where the touch line is. So it's not always easy to pick that up watching. But that's why the goal kick was awarded. Here comes STA. Schultz, not allowed to turn, has to play it back. Roberts redirects. There's Oswald now up the far side. Monaco has a step. And Monaco Has to position herself over the ball. Good cross, but a bit behind her intended target in Pearson. And that brief moment where Monaco had to reposition herself over the ball might have been the difference there. Jill Rosenfeld will check in. Heading to the bench is Sarah Oswald. Brooklyn pressured in their own end once again. They do escape for now. As that's sent up in the air into the midfield. Bodied onto the foot of Roberts. Now Wolf. Plays it back to Wilson. Monaco for Schultz. Schultz surveys. Up ahead. And offside is called. Radoncic about a stride or two too far. Under 15 minutes to play. Free kick once again for Brooklyn. And that's sent across midfield. And once again onto the foot of Zahn. Quickly taken back by Brooklyn. And they look to get moving the other way, but nothing doing. Pass intercepted once again by Monaco. Now Estevez for Schultz. And that one might be a bit too strong, but no chance taken there by Brooklyn. Ball played up the far side. And Estevez could not keep it in play. Throw for Brooklyn. Taken short. Again, that's sent up the pitch, and you can see Brooklyn trying to get a bit more aggressive. That long ball, looking to play an attacker over the top of that STA back line. Now a chance on the counter. And that ball once again too strong. Kaneda at the forefront of the Brooklyn attack there, making that run up the center of the pitch, but no chance to connect on that ball. Zahn made it a long way before she's forced to give it up. Estevez back to Monaco. Monaco looking in the direction of Schultz, but instead plays it back to Wilson. Wilson connects with Pearson. Pearson for Schultz. And Schultz will keep it in play. She works along the touchline, moving in. And her cross was broken up. Clearance fails, as I think the official has awarded a corner kick to STA. So when Brooklyn attempted to clear, they brought it over the touchline ever so slightly, but just enough. And STA now will get another corner kick. Brooklyn has not attempted a corner in this game. I don't have an official tally for STA, but that number is getting up there. Has to be nearing double digits if we're not there already. They've scored once off a corner, not this time. Now Wilson. Good pass for Schultz. In heavy traffic, Schultz left-footed shot. And that's a corner, no question about it. I'm not sure Prophet thought so in goal, because she certainly did not make an effort to keep that ball in play. And that's not an easy decision for a goaltender sometimes. They have to make that decision in a split second. So one corner immediately follows the other, which preceded it just moments ago. Near post, off the body of Prophet, and she scoops it up. However, she didn't maintain control, and it traveled over the touchline. So another corner. This one toward the center of the box, headed off target. And now a goal kick for Brooklyn. Officially under 11 minutes to go in this one. Brooklyn now getting into that desperation territory, trailing by a pair in the closing minutes. And I'm not even sure the concern is as much the deficit as it is the lack of opportunities here in the second half. This second half has been all STA. And as I mentioned before, the numbers game favoring the home club in this one. And I think as this game has gone on, you can see that beginning to make a major impact on this game. Far more substitutions on the side of STA, and those fresh legs have made a very big difference. Claire Mulvihill and Abby Roberts with the 2 goals for STA in this game. Roberts scored in the 39th minute, and I think we had Mulvihill in the 56th or 57th. Somewhere around there. STA still in possession. And now Pearson up ahead for Schultz, and a bit too strong. As we were officially inside of 10 minutes to go. It's going to be a goal kick for Brooklyn. And that's really been the only ticket out of their own end for the most part. They will attend to the shoelace of Carmen Prophet here, so we'll have to wait a bit longer for that goal kick. It's taken short. And again, STA's pressure creates a giveaway. Estevez on goal and in. Brianna Estevez makes it a 3-0 lead for the home club as STA takes a commanding lead in the final 8.5 minutes. We'll get a second look at that goal. Number 3 on the night for STA, and it came as the result of a giveaway. Here's another look. The pressure creates what was a very poor decision, and Estevez made no mistake on that shot.
STA goal scored by number 19, Brianna Estevez in the 82nd minute. STA 3, Brooklyn City FC 0.
3-0 with under 8 minutes to go. The clock here in the venue officially with about 8:14, or I should say 82:14 on it, so we'll get that aligned with us at 82:19, and now our clock is identical to the clock here in the venue. So that goal should effectively put this game away, especially considering the lack of chances for Brooklyn, but I've seen some pretty crazy things in my nearly 10 years of broadcasting. Admittedly, not as much soccer as we've had baseball, softball, basketball, but you just never know. And I think a mantra that we've lived by here on PDF anyway is don't call the game over until it's over. So I certainly won't do that. Under 7 minutes to go. Brooklyn hoping to at least put a goal on the scoreboard here. And they might have a chance to do so, but it didn't appear that Bertis Wyant was ready for that through ball. She had some space, but was making sure she remained on sides. And with that, the opportunity was lost. Roberts, Mulvihill, and Estevez with the 3 goals for STA. They've now scored 5 times in their last 2 games. Defeated the New Jersey Wizards 2-1 earlier in the week. And they'll look to make it a 2-0 week and a 3-win season following tonight if they can hold on. Once we wrap up here in this game, we'll get you a look at our upcoming broadcasts here on PDF. And as I mentioned, that includes more WPSL soccer. Radoncic on goal and saved. A lot of nice dribbling there to set up that shot. That one punted out toward midfield. Takes a hop right over the midfield stripe. And STA has it again. Radoncic met with a strong challenge. She goes down, no whistle. This is Klaus. Klaus, working against Wolf, had to give it up. Nobody home on that pass, straight into the STA bench. STA will throw. And that's sent over the touchline once again. Ball cleared away by Monaco. Non-threatening chance there for Brooklyn. As we approach 4 minutes remaining. Monaco with a strong effort to get to that ball, but a foul was committed over here on the near side. Another free kick for Brooklyn. They've had plenty of those. Unfortunately, many of them have come deep in their own end. Not so this time, as the ball gets away. It looks like we may have some late game substitutions coming on. Free kick travels toward the box. Holmes has it. Here comes STA. With under 3.5 to go, it ends up in their bench. And Brooklyn will throw. Once again, the ball gets away. Over at midfield, Speckhart, Woolsey, and Dolinsky are looking to check back in. And they will right here. It's a luxury that Brooklyn didn't have tonight. A very short bench. Looks like 3 on the Brooklyn bench this evening. And now STA will send it up the pitch. Schultz couldn't win it. Dolinsky also in on that play. Forced to retreat was Irwin. Strong challenge there from Kaneda. She remains in pursuit, but it will be a throw-in for Brooklyn. Celestin up the pitch to throw it in as we approach the final 2 minutes. That one headed toward the edge of the attacking third. Brooklyn does keep it in that area of the field. That was sent off of an STA defender, and Monaco is able to keep it in down around the corner. She just got there. And now STA will look to bleed some time off the clock. Another whistle. And Brooklyn is awarded possession. I think we had a violation on the throw. Or throw awarded, I should say, is that's gloved by Holmes. Final minute from Robert T. Shields Field. I think now it is fair to say it is going to be a victory for STA. That will keep them ahead of Brooklyn in the standings and will give them a chance to move into first. Will Brooklyn add a goal? Not here, as it looked like there was some miscommunication on the attack in that spot. And if STA so chooses, they should be able to run out the rest of the time or close to it. It's going to be a goal kick taken by Holmes. She wasn't tested much tonight, and I don't think any goalkeeper will ever have a problem if you can finish a game having said that. It's going to be a throw-in for Brooklyn. Clock has officially reached 90 minutes. We'll see how long the officials allow play to continue. That one sent up the pitch, headed up into the air by Irwin. It's still up for grabs in midfield, and STA may have been hoping for one more chance there. They don't get it in that spot. Now Brooklyn hoping for a last opportunity. And there are no teal jerseys anywhere near that ball. Holmes will scoop it up. She will punt a long way out across midfield. It takes a bounce in that direction. And now Brooklyn gets the first touch on it and the second, but Estevez tracks it down. And that'll do it. As we go final, STA 3 and Brooklyn City FC 0 from FDU Florham in Madison, New Jersey. And as I mentioned earlier, should we have a winner in tonight's game, they would take over, or I should say, they would make sure that they remain ahead of the opposition in the standings. So with the win, STA ensures that they finish the night ahead of Brooklyn City FC in the standings. And there you see our final score, STA 3 and Brooklyn City FC 0. Now, as for us here on the PDF Sports Network, we'll be back here in a week. STA back in action in what will be a battle for first place, with STA currently occupying second place. Win or lose for Sousa FC, the game next weekend will be a battle for first place. Sousa is in action tonight. I'm not sure if that's gone final yet, but they are in action. If they win, STA is still playing for first place next week, should they win, but that, again, is the next home game. So what happens between now and then could change things in the WPSL Metropolitan Conference. Here's a look at our upcoming schedule before we sign off. And as you can see here on PDF, we have the WPSL next weekend along with Soap FC. They play their games over at Wagner College on Staten Island. A pair of 5 p.m. soccer matches 1 week from tonight. Then after that, we have a bit of a break during the month of July. And then finally, later in that month, we will be at Great Kills Little League and South Shore Little League on Staten Island for the 2024 New York State Little League Baseball Championship, one of my favorite events that we covered on PDF all season last year. We are back for year 2 as part of what we hope will be a 3-year commitment, as that New York State Little League Baseball Championship is hosted on Staten Island. As long as that event is on Staten Island, PDF hopes that we will be kept on as a part of it, and we will be back beginning on July 22nd next month. But until next weekend, my name is Joe Foreman. We have Vinny up on the roof doing camera for us tonight. Of course, as always, I thank my partner here at PDF, Dave Pizzuto, and our colleague Aaron Cohen. Both have been instrumental in our coverage of STA all season long, and I'm sure you'll hear from one of them next weekend as STA is back in action. So once again, to all of our fathers, enjoy the rest of your Father's Day, and to everyone watching, enjoy the rest of your Sunday night.